Formatting Text and Data, Part 2. Here, we're looking at a worksheet containing a company's quarterly sales for the past 5 years. However, it's clearly not formatted yet. You can tell this because we're working with dollar sales, but there is no indication of this. There are no dollar signs, and the cents have been rounded off. If you notice, there's only one decimal place after the decimal point. Now remember, we've told you that Excel will remember when you typed in an entry. Let's say you typed in an entire dollar and cents entry, but you're only showing one or no decimal places after the decimal point. Excel remembers what you type so that when we go to format them here, you'll be able to see them. Thus, we need to format this worksheet properly, and we're going to add a little pizzazz to the overall appearance. We're going to start with text. First, we're going to make the text contained in cell A1 bold. Actually, we've already done that here to make it stand out more noticeably. Maybe we also want to add color to it, so we'll change it to a dark red. Now we're going to highlight the column labels showing the years, for example these. And we're going to make these bold, centered, and appear in blue. So we're going to select the first cell, then press the Shift key until we select the rest of the cells we want to change. And we're going to make them bold, centered, and we're going to change them to a blue color, like that. Now we're going to attack the row labels. And for these, we're going to leave them left justified, but we're going to italicize them, we're going to underline them, and we're going to change them to appear in a dark red font. And here's how we do that. We'll select the first row, and then we're going to press our Shift key and go down. Now we're going to italicize, we're going to underline, and we're going to set these to appear in the same dark red that our title up here appears, like that. So here's an example of some of the ways we've kind of pizzazzed this up a little bit. Now we're going to select all the cells where our data is contained and format these. So we're going to go through here. We're going to select the first cell and then press and hold our Shift key until we select the entire data range that we want to format. And now we're going to go under Format and Cells, and we're going to go to the Number tab first. Now this is accounting, so we're going to choose accounting here. We're going to use the $ symbol and 2 decimal places, and here's a sample of what should appear here. So we've got this set up. We want to change the font from an Arial to a Times New Roman regular 10-point, and it should appear in black, so we can leave that alone. Now we're going to go to the Alignment tab, and we're going to select Center. We're going to click OK. Okay, we've gotten exactly the results we wanted to get. However, we notice that the cells look just a little crowded. It's a little hard to distinguish this number from this number from this number, so we may want to adjust column width. We could select either a column or a group of columns here, but here we're going to select a group of columns. Select the first column, press the Shift key, move your right arrow key until we've selected all the ones we want, and now we're going to go in and click under. We're going to choose column width. Normally the column width will be 8.43, and you can change this to whatever you want. We'd like a little more room between the numbers, so we're going to change this to 9.5. We're going to click OK, and you can experiment with the number here and click OK. However, that's zeroed out our information, so we'll go back and click Undo. We can actually fix this any way we want to, but let's go in and select column width. Here we actually have a column width of 11.29, and that's one of the reasons we got the numbers, and I wanted to show that to you. Remember how we got the numbers when we formatted. When you actually format to a column width that is smaller than the amount of material that's contained in your column, you're going to see those hash marks or a basic error message telling you that we can't fit them and you don't have autofit selected. So we can either increase the column width above 11.29 if we want more room between them. So for example, we could type 12.0 and you'll see that the width expanded to meet it. Or we could go and choose under column, we could choose autofit if we wanted to do that as well. But I think the 12 point works for us, so we could go back here. And now if we selected multiple columns, went back and chose column width, and chose column width, we would get 12.0, and you wouldn't get the hash marks that we saw before.